It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Nine Fingers Brewing Company in Australia, and it's a can of their Nitro Smoke on the Porter, coming in at 5% ABV, 22 IBUs and 375 milliliter can. Without further ado, let's get it out into a glass, see what we get. Woohoo! Wow! Did you hear that nitro? Can you see that? Nitro. Oh my goodness me, yeah, a bit of a rigorous pour. Some of you might notice, little bit of a cold, bit groggy, bit, yeah, but I need a beer, and with a cold, I've managed to get off flavours, I've managed to get on flavours. We got a 5-finger tan coloured head, jet black beer in the glass, good levels of carbonation. Looks terrific. I mean, nitro beer, does this glass have a widget? No, I don't think so. It's a nitro beer. It's my fault for being rigorous with the pour here. A little bit of light bleeding through the bottom of the glass there, so it's almost, well, it's a jet black beer really. Look at the carbonation though. Look at that. Aroma. Yeah, it's a smoked porter. I always, it's a wonderful place in Bergen in Norway where they have these saltfish buildings made out of timber that are something like 800 years old. They're crazy, like old places. And it's got that kind of like smoked wood. When you walk around these buildings in Bergen, they got like this smoked fish, smoked wood feel to it. I mean, so much has gone on in the 900 years that these buildings have been built that they've been used for they're mainly restaurants these days, but yeah, amazing. Smells good. Chocolate, coffee, caramel, a roastedness, a smokiness. I want to dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, very quickly, this beer, I have a lot of beer. This is like a 1 or 2 man band brewery. The owner of the brewery, unfortunately, he was in a band, but he lost a finger, and now he owns a brewery called Nine Fingers Brewery. Hence the name. But he's always been very kind to send me beer from Australia. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, because I know he's going to tune into this review. The beer, I stood it up on another can, and it fell off the can and fell down the back of my cupboard. It fell to the back of my cupboard. So every now and again I have a dig round in my beer cupboard, see what I got in there, make sure I'm rotating correctly. And I come across this and I was like, oh my god. But thankfully it's not an IPA. Thankfully it's not a New England IPA or a double IPA or something really hoppy as to you know, not damage the hops, but the hops fade away very quickly in a beer. Not so much in malt. Not so much in malt. A malt beer will age quite nicely. So I'm not talking years, I'm not talking many months, I'm talking maybe 3 or 4 months. The beer should still be very good. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, it's lovely. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. That's a lovely beer. Thick, rich, creamy mouthfeel. Lovely depth to it. Carbonation, of course, is a nitro beer. Pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. Look at that. Lots of roasted malt from the from the roasted malt. Lots of flavour from the roasted malt. It must be my cold. I apologise. The rich, lovely kind of caramel in there. The rich coffee, dark chocolate, all rich. It's a rich beer. If you think of these flavours, if you think of dark chocolate, it's got a lovely kind of strong, bitter taste to it. Mix that with the kind of creaminess, the depth of the chocolate. You kind of get the idea why these beers are so popular. If you think of coffee, there's certainly like a rich latte, like espresso, like coffee flavour in the beer. No coffee added, no chocolate added. This all comes from the roasted malt. And a little bit of sweet caramel. That also comes from the roasted malt. Terrific beer. Or maybe not the roasted malt, but maybe the other malts that they added into the beer. I think when you brew a stout or a porter, it's something like 10% of the malt grain, the malt bill of the beer is roasted, and 90% is like just a general, maybe some rye malt, or maybe some kind of light straw coloured malt, crystal malt, something like that. So all of that 10% of the roasted malt that they've used in the beer has created the look, the smell, the taste. It's wonderful stuff. That's lovely. Lovely. And it's got a nice hoppy finish on the back end. Plum, fig, prune. That's a terrific beer. Terrific stuff. Really good. I love the mouthfeel. Creaminess, the depth of the mouthfeel is terrific. Right. Brewers Unearthed winner 2018. Okay, so it's an award-winning beer, this one. I didn't know that. This Manuka Smoked Porter is perfectly black with the flavours of chocolate, coffee and deliciously smoked maple bacon. Yeah, I get that. An intense and balanced beer embracing the sweetness of malted barley with smoke and the bitterness of English hops. There we go. Pardon me. So there's a little bit of bittering as well. Oh, here's the story of the Nine Fingers brewer. It's always been about music and beer, but an accident cut my music dreams short. What a shame. And they've highlighted the words. He's got a good sense of humour. Fair play to the guy. He's got a great sense of humour. Cut. He must have cut his finger off, poor bloke. Now I use 9 fingers to brew. Brilliant, love it. Handcrafting beer and refreshing traditions, inspired by the past, brewed for today. Lovely brewery from Australia, terrific stuff. And they're from Sydney. Rating: looks good, smells good, tastes incredible. I like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.